Thank you, GUE-BE. Sorry. Thank you, GUE-BE and Kees, for having us over at this great event. I'm really honored to be here representing GUE Belgium with Project Denée for 2020. Every year, GUE Belgium organizes a project for its members. In the past, we have done projects on the North Sea and in the lakes. At the end of 2019, we were looking what could we do in 2020, and we started looking into overhead projects as more and more of our members become GUE certified. So, as probably most of you know, in Belgium the access rights are limited. Or you need to have access from the owner, or you need to be part of UBS, which basically means it's tough to get access rights. So we reached out in a network, and at the end we were able to join UBS with the team members so that we could do Project Denée. So we started 2020 with great ambitions, a great project, a lot of ideas, 5 project days, and then COVID hit us hard, like everybody else. So at the end of the day, we will only be able to pull off 1 project day in between the 2 waves. We did it in a COVID safe way, and we are here today to show you the results. It's not all we ambitioned for, but we think it's amazing and we're happy to share it with you. The project members are the core of the success, and I'll leave it up to them to present you the project for 2020. We'll be here at the end to answer some questions. Please join me in the movie.
Hi guys, welcome at this special Wreck and Cavenight 2021. My name is Ben van Asselt and I am a member of the Global Underwater Explorers Belgium. Today we want to present to you guys again one of our nice projects we did with our members, and this time it's not a wreck project. This time it's a cave, or even better, mine project we are still doing. We are doing a mine project in the Belgian slate mine called Denée. A lot of you guys know this mine. It's a very beautiful mine. It's small and it's very cold. And for this project we want to chart the mine. We want to get a lot of footage to share with the general public. And as you will see, one of the deliverables of this project is a full 3D map. So we are extremely excited about this because you will see it is working really nice. Thanks to the coronavirus, we only had the possibility to do 1 project day with our members, and especially with the project members. But still, we have a lot of nice results from the dives we did there. For diving at the slate mine in Denée, it's a little bit special. As you guys know, the slate mine Denée is controlled by the Belgium Cave Society, and because of that we had to become a member of them, and we had to ask them if we could do a nice project there. And luckily they were, well, first of all, extremely polite, of course, but secondly, they are really enthusiastic about this. They really wanted us to chart the mine, and of course, as everybody, they were really interested in the 3D modeling we are trying to do there. A very special thing is that when you want to become a member of the Belgian Cave Society, you need a kind of godfather principle, or you need a godfather. And what they do is they dive with you, and they assess if you can do a safe dive in an underground environment. And that's really nice, because I think in this way you can collaborate with them and you can talk about the project, but you also can talk about the thing we love, and that is diving, and in this way especially about cave diving. Another thing I think that is really cool is that those guys, they know everything about dry caving and a lot with rope handling, so we can learn a lot from each other. They have special rules at the Belgian Cave Society, and those rules we are not familiar with that in GUE. And at first, one of the rules is that we have to wear a helmet all the time. And for us GUE divers, that's not always that easy. We have our isolator in the middle of our tanks, so in that way the helmet is blocking our head position during our dive. But with a little bit of practice and with a little bit of fiddling, we manage perfectly.
Hi guys, I'm Stefan Riga, and as Ben and Blas, I'm a global underwater explorer and a GSC Caving Club member. The subject of our project, the Black Marble Mine of Denée, is located in Wallonia, in the French-speaking part of Belgium, in the province de Namur, as most of the flooded Belgian stone mines. The small and lovely village of Denée is close to Maritsuwa Bay, famous for beers, but also for its scientific library. The mining activity in the village dates back to the Middle Age. At this period, there were iron mines to supply forges, and also stone mines. The Noir de Denée, that's the specific name of the black marble from Denée. The Noir de Denée was famous for its quality and used mostly in north of France to realize decorative clocks and other small decorative pieces. During 19th century until the beginning of 20th century, it used to be between 30 and 40 mines in activity in the village. So the subsoil looks like gruyere cheese. If the most important part of our work on this project goes on underwater, another part is about surface researches, history, geology, testimonials, and so on. As most of the members on this project are coming from the Flemish part of Belgium, it makes things not so easy. But as we are a strong and unified team, we use the abilities of each to reach the goal. So we plan to interview some locals, as Eric Cobu, who is writing a book about the history of the village. Also Bruno de Wouters de Bouchot, who is the author of a monography about Denée. We also plan to interview one of the last mine workers from the village, and maybe also Father Ignace, who is the director of Maritsu Library, and maybe we'll interview some other.
Photogrammetry is the art, the science, to recreate 3D objects based on 2D images, photos. We use a software called Metashape from Argisoft for this. The software takes all the images that you took from an object, tries to link identical points in these images to each other, calculates where they then should be in a 3D space, and creates a point cloud. The point cloud represents all different points from your object. Once that point cloud is created, the software will densify it by adding more and more points. And afterwards, these points are connected, creating a mesh which represents the object or the surface of your object. Consider this to be a colorless, dull object. So next step is to reproject all the images onto this object, to colorize it, to give it a texture, and to really make it look like the object that you took pictures of. Once this is done, you can consider the 3D model to be ready, and you can export it to different programs to view it or further edit it. When you're making a model of a car, you would go around it and take images. With the mine, it's different. You're inside the object and you have to take images up, down, left, right. To make this practical, we have created a setup which holds 8 cameras mounted on a ring looking outwards. When going through a mine corridor, we take images of all sides in one go. This is mounted on a scooter to create a stable platform. As it is dark inside the mine, there is of course also light mounted on this setup, facing outwards, making it look like a dark star when you look at it from the front. One dive with this setup roughly generates 200 gigabytes of raw video data. Once the underwater images are taken, the bulk of the work still needs to start. Processing of the data. The software is not really plug and play. There is still a lot of trial and error to be done to create good quality results. Even though I must admit, compared to the project we did on the Westhinder some years ago, the software has been improved. Months of processing and reprocessing has now become weeks of processing and reprocessing. But the results are incredible. I keep on being amazed when I see how based on 2D images we can create a 3D model in which everybody can see all the details. Once the processing is done and you have your 3D model, it's time to show it to the world. One way to do so is to create fly-through movies that simulate the experience you have, the view you have when you go through the mine. Another way is posting the model on websites like Sketchfab, where the user can himself walk through the mine in any direction he likes. You can also make orthomosaic images, which is basically a stitching of all the images together, that act as a very accurate topographic map where you can see each individual stone, cable or object located in the mine.